Okay, I think we're live. Hey, Nimtags, and welcome. This is Ash from Heal My Tech, and I think now my microphone should work. I'm really sorry about this. Sometimes tech doesn't want to work. So before we proceed, this is a new stream. I don't think the previous link is going to work. The Discord link should work the same. So first of all, on YouTube, can you guys hear me okay? I would like at least 2 people from your end to let me know whether you can hear me. And as soon as I get confirmation, then we get cracking with this. We got Hamza Rahman. Well, welcome, bruv, from my other channel. Hamza, can you hear me? Is the audio fine? Is the microphone fine? Because this just did not work. So, first of all, on YouTube, okay, I can hear me on one phone. It works. Hamza, thank you very much. And I am going to ask my 2 admins, which is going to be Shaka and Julio, to just give me a hand to switch over, right? So how is this going to work? Guys, thank you and welcome. For those of you who don't know, my name is Ash from Heal My Tech, and on this channel, I want to help you improve your relationship with tech. So, if you find that subscribe button and that ding, just click on that, and hopefully you'll be on your way to go from newbie to techie. Now, welcome Hamza, welcome Roy Scott, thank you very much, and Aman Jolly, thank you, and Hamza Rahman, yeah, can hear you, fantastic. It is very ironical that for a troubleshoot live session, my microphone just didn't work, and it's one of those magical, just restart your computer and everything works fine, and it just happens sometimes. I don't know how this works. Any engineers out there to explain how this actually works? The magical reset or restart button. Fantastic stuff, a lifesaver. All right, so what is this about? I've got 2 people right now on our Discord server. You're gonna find the link in the description below, okay? And these 2 are my admins on our Face group, which also you're going to find links below in the description. Today, I'm going to do a collab with them, and we're going to try and troubleshoot your tech issues, more specifically your computer desktop issues, just to be able to narrow it down so that we don't go all all crazy and can't answer questions. Hopefully in the near future, if this kind of pans out and starts becoming more popular, we'll integrate a bit more niche topic and more specific topics. Now, I've got some people. We've got Martin, we've got Hassan Walid, and 6 Chimes. Welcome, walaikum salam, welcome everyone. Some people are here from my other channel, the Arabic channel. So, but today we're only doing tech stuff, okay? So you can go right now onto our Discord server and we can start chatting, hopefully. Now, the only issue is we've got somebody online already and I don't even remember. I'm going to switch you to my Discord server. Okay. Shaka and Julio, are you actually on? I don't remember if we tested how this should work. How should I join you? So you're going to have to give me a hand. Shaka and Julio, let me call them. No, not deafen. How do I call them? Mute. Oh crap. General. I'm in general, aren't I? Yo. Okay. They're gonna help you guys to figure out some troubleshoot stuff. Now, I would appreciate if you really want us to help you troubleshoot. Come prepared with your problem. Have a video ready if you can. What chat? Shaka, what chat? Chat. General chat.
There we go.
Okay. Can you hear me, Julio?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you.
On YouTube, can every one of you hear Julio and Shaka? By the way, guys, how do I show your video? I think it'd be cool to see your video.
You talking about enable our webcams and stuff?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, okay. Hold on.
Okay. So I'm currently screen recording and broadcasting from, there you go, we got Julio on the bottom right. Julio, say hi to everyone.
Yo, what's good, everyone?
Okay, so you can introduce yourself.
So yeah, name's Julio. I'm one of the new admins on the Facebook group. I'd like to thank Heal My Tech for having me today on his tech stream.
Fantastic. Can everyone hear Julio, and can you see the small little screen of his on YouTube? Please, guys, let me know, because right now we're streaming through YouTube, but we're also capturing on Discord server. So if you want to go to the description and join our Discord server, My admins, Julio and Shaka, will take care of you. There's going to be a bit of a step, a bit of a procedure how to join with your troubleshoot questions. Julio, it'd be a good idea if I could get the link again. And let me just put the link, okay, in the chat on YouTube. If
Well,
anyone,
I put it in the chat earlier, but I'll keep. Yeah,
okay,
I was gonna say if you want, you can update that link with the new one. I'll send it to you right now.
what new one? Have you got another one?
Yeah, because remember the one you're posting is the one that only lasts 1 day. This one is the one that lasts forever. So
Okay,
this one here, I'm posting it in the chat. So if you can copy paste
right.
it.
As you can tell, guys, I am an absolute noob when it comes to Discord server. Hence why Julio, he's my man, and Shaka, they're going to be helping me. When it comes to Discord, don't ask me questions. They're the guys. I am here for your tech questions, and they're going to be helping as well. Where did you put the new
It's right. It's the recent message in your YouTube chat.
Camera, what are you doing?
what YouTube? I've got nothing on the YouTube chat for the recent message.
Oh well, like it's not right there. It has the link. If not here, I'll post it here in the chat.
Post it in
In
the
the
chat. Yeah,
Discord.
I'll just
Discord
copy
chat.
it. Yeah.
Is my camera on?
Your camera's not on. No. Okay, guys, I'm putting the Discord server
There we
on
go.
on our YouTube chat. I'm gonna remove this one. Julio and Shaka, are you also on YouTube or are you just on Discord?
I have YouTube up. I have it muted so I don't hear myself because it messes me up when I'm talking.
Okay, no problems. That's fine. All right. So Julio and Shaka, I'm going to leave you to deal with the people who do come on to Discord, right?
Right.
Right.
Right. In the meantime, let me take some questions on YouTube. So guys on YouTube, so what we're going to do, we are asking you that if you have any problems with your PC, specifically desktop, let's narrow it down for today. We'll give priority to desktop computers if it's not turning on or it has some sort of weird symptoms. We would prefer to deal with this. Not to say we're not going to touch other tech stuff, just to make it easy for everyone. Also, it's our first attempt to collab. This might actually go really wrong. Regardless, myself, Julio, and Shaka, we're here just to have a chat with ourselves, but more importantly with you guys. If you just want to call in to our Discord server and talk to us live, that's all I care about, to be honest with you. I would love to get connected with my audience. I want to get to know who you are. If you just want to come have a chat, no problem. Having said that, we feel we should also try and get a little bit of reward if we're going to help you troubleshoot something live. This is not a feed. This is not a service that a lot of people are actually offering right now. So it would really help if you did contribute super chat on YouTube, no matter how much you give, and we'll give priorities to those who will help us, because we've been helping people for the past 5 years. Myself, Shaka and Julio on the Facebook group, they're helping a lot of people. Shaka has been a lot longer than Julio, and sometimes we don't even get a thanks. And we've helped people solve their problems, save money, learn skills, and get along with your rest of the stuff, because we've helped you find a solution. So please help us, because everything we get from my end, I'm going to put back onto the channel to help you guys anyway. And that will create a service even after this chat. If for some reason we can't help you today during the live chat, Julio and Shaka are quite happy to take you on one-to-one. If you go to our Facebook group, they will give you a link where you can connect with them. They will help you troubleshoot your issue. You can discuss with them, and hopefully you have a much better, personalized help, live tech help. So I hope this might help. Let me take some questions on YouTube first. We have Hassan Walid, how to fix HP constantly rebooting. HP constantly rebooting. Hassan Walid, if you give me your exact specs and you're talking about a laptop or a desktop, I've got a generic answer for you because it's HP. But give me your specs first, okay? 6 Chimes, welcome. Mark Marks, I'm in Discord, Marks. Hey, we got Mark Marks who's in Discord. I think Julio is dealing with Mark Marks. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Marcus was asking if his C&D driver set up correctly, and I told him that if they have any pictures or videos ready, that if they do, we can talk to them in the chat.
Okay, guys, help us to help you. We've explained on our Troubleshoot series, we're not magicians, we're not psychics. You need to give us some basic information. Make and model of your device would be really helpful. Full specs, even better. An actual description of what you're going through so we can help you pinpoint the problem. Because it's not automatic. Sometimes we may have some generic knowledge and we may know we've just dealt with something, but more in majority of cases, if you don't tell us the exact problem, we're gonna help you. What's also important is what troubleshoot steps have you done and what exact symptoms you're getting would really, really help. Okay? So please do that. Now, if you're able to give us a live video stream of your problem when you come onto Discord, we can actually see the problem, provided you've got some sort of semi-decent lighting and you're not shaking your camera all over the place, and you can actually show us what's going on. If it's a booting problem, you can show us what's happening from the moment you press the power button on, and you kind of follow through the sequence if there's any lights or fan spinning, and hopefully you have some form of decent audio. If you're using a smartphone, as long as your smartphone is close to you, we should be able to hear you fine. If you're using some terrible headsets or some crappy audio, or webcam audio, or some laptop microphone, we can't hear you properly. So please be considerate. We will help you live, hopefully. Okay, so do we have any specific questions from Discord yet?
For the most part, Samir just asked if it's still safe to use
If you
Windows
use
7.
Windows 7.
Who wants to take that?
I basically just said that it's it's not really 50-50. It just mostly depends. Like Microsoft doesn't officially support it, so everyone who's still on 7, they're gonna have to slowly start moving up to 10. And even with 10, the original first updates and all of those are already being shipped off to non-existence as well. Like you have to have the latest updates, otherwise your PC starts getting errors. You can ask Shaka here about it. He's dealt with a lot of these laptops and towers with those issues.
Yeah. I realized that with all Windows updates, sometimes so for some people, like if you're not updated to 2004 update, some things just don't work properly. It's actually happened to my own machine. The computer for some reason would start to lag a lot, and even doing basic things like playing music and surfing the web was not working properly on my machine. So after I got the update to 2004, then it fixed that problem. With Windows 7, it's going to be like a guessing game where depending on the user and their activities on the web, if you're not careful on the internet, you could easily get a virus on the PC or something like that. Because even with antivirus installed, with all updates coming in for Windows 7, it's just not possible to protect the machine without those crucial patches that Microsoft is just not dishing out on Windows 7 anymore. So it's up to you. Also, it depends on your specifications. If your computer is able to handle Windows 10, if you know for a fact that the processor and the memory is able to handle the operating system, it's just best to upgrade right now. And just be careful on the internet. Get your Windows updates when they come out, and you should be okay. I don't think it's that big of a deal to upgrade right now.
I would second what they've said. Officially, no one would recommend that you use Windows 7. Will it still work? Yes. Will you have problems? Yes. Will some drivers stop working? Yes. But can you still get away with it? Yes, depending on what you do. There are a lot different levels of security that you should do as an administrator, we should learn. I would advise go Linux before you go Windows 10 if you don't need specific Windows features. It would be much safer than Windows 7 anyway. But yeah, you can still get a free Windows 10 upgrade anyway. Why not go with that? But depending on the age of your device, some Windows 10 don't work properly on very old machines, unfortunately. Here go why Linux might be your better choice. And it's a free upgrade. Even if you have a non official license, it should still work. At least the last time we checked. That's up to you. However, if you still want to keep Windows 7 just to tinker with, I would say try it, but don't keep anything too sensitive in terms of data on there, and make sure you have a lot of security systems up to date. Okay, right. Any other questions from Discord? Otherwise, we'll deal with YouTube.
All right, so Mubi on Fire says that he has a Dell CPU Optiplex 7020. I basically his specs, and he says that with the problem is that when he plugs the power cable, the motherboard fans automatically run, so they run perfectly fine, but the power button doesn't actually work. So he's asking how to fix it.
Okay. When you plug your power in, that's actually telling the computer if the fans are split up, that's actually letting you know that you have power to the motherboard.
Oh, sorry.
But
Before you answer, Shaka and Julio, do they know they can actually call us live and ask their questions as well? Because so far it's just chats. What's happening?
Yeah,
that's
he's
true.
there waiting. So
Okay, listen,
you
guys.
want me to bring him in?
If you didn't know, you can actually call us live on Discord, and you know, voice call us or video call us on Discord. That's the whole point. We're trying to do this. We don't just want a text-based chat. If you prefer text-based, it's fine. But the whole idea we want to do this kind of live stream is for a direct, you know, connection with you lot, even if you just to say hello. So call us live. Would love to hear you, Shaka and Zulu. If you can kind of help tell the people come on and ask their questions, that'd be even better. But Shaka, you can continue for your questions right now, and Julio, try to get some people in a queue. Yeah,
Just a second. The person who asked the question, I'm gonna bring him on the chat right now.
yeah, cool.
All right, there you go.
Okay.
You should be able to hear us now.
Hello?
Can you
Hello.
hear us?
Yo, hello. First of all, assalamu alaikum to hail my tech.
Wa alaikum salam wa
everyone.
rahmatullahi. So Julio and Shaka, you know I'm a Muslim. Sometimes the people know me from my other
My
channel,
voice coming.
so no problem.
That's fine. That's fine.
What's your name?
So,
What's your name, brother?
Oh, he cut off.
Oh, you cut off. Okay, that's
Like-
fine. Maybe just say hello. Okay. Okay, we can get the next person. Is that the same person with a question with the Optiplex?
Yeah, that was the same person, yeah.
Okay, Shaka, carry on.
Oh, what I was gonna say was that if he plugs the
Well,
computer
never
in,
mind. It seems he came back on. Hold on, let me bring him back in.
yeah.
Just be aware, guys. Just if your connection's crappy, just let us know, because we don't want to be here just having you guys leave the chat and come back in over and over and over.
Correct.
So
Also, guys, bear with us. This is our first collaboration on Discord. Things will definitely go wrong, but you know we'll learn from it. We're gonna improve every week, hopefully. So just bear with us. But let's have some
cannot
fun.
listen you guys for some reason.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello. Like I can listen my voice in stream, but I cannot on Discord.
Okay. And make sure, guys, if you're calling in, we need to hear you. So
Hello.
try not to have background noises.
But let me move me again. Move me again. There's a problem with my voice or something.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Julio, just move him down the listing. Okay.
he just left on his own.
That's fine. So Shaka, do you want to answer the question?
Yeah, hold on. I have a phone call. Hold on.
Shaka, we don't take phone calls in live streams. Now we're gonna have to hear your phone call. Nah, come on. Let's talk.
Fine, I'm muted.
Let's
I'm
talk to the
muted.
person. Let's talk to the person. Come on. Put them on. Come on, man.
The next
No,
one, alright.
I want to talk to your person, man.
No, I just mute the mic. I don't. So
You're so boring, bro. We want to bring people on, even from phone calls. All right.
Oh, the
no,
phone.
I mean
call.
no, no,
My bad.
my phone, my landline. So
Okay. All right. Shaka, do you want to answer the question? Should I take it?
no, what I was gonna say was that if he plugs the power in and the fans spin up, that means it should be getting power to the motherboard. But it could be that the physical switch on the case is faulty, and that's why he can't turn it on. He may have to check the pins on the motherboard for the power switch to see if the actual power on from that side. You know, on the motherboard itself,
Sure.
instead of on the case. That way he can rule out if whether or not the switch is broken or because no, on some switches they actually have springs to allow the switch to go in and out. But if the spring is broken or something on the Dell Optiplex, and I think Dell Optiplex is an old model PC, right? So if it was used before him, it could be that the power switch is physically broken or something, and that's the only other way I know how to check to see if it's working or not. It could be the computer just fine, just the switches on the case is broken.
Right. Yes, that's correct. Now, when you have some power into a computer, it means it's not entirely dead. So that's half good news. How to determine whether it's coming from the front or the back, this is where you need to start troubleshooting. Like Shaka mentioned, the power switch is the front problem, and that could link to the pins on the motherboard. So you can do a test whereby you disconnect the power switch cable completely and use a little screwdriver to test whether the computer will turn on. Now, I've done this on the Troubleshoot series. It's probably part number 1. I will put a link below later. You can find it on the channel. The second problem could be from the back. Sometimes a power supply has lost its juice. It has power to start an initialization process for the computer, but not enough juice to power the whole thing on. Maybe a capacitor is blown. There's a problem with the power supply. Bad power supply can cause your computer to turn on, although it can deliver initial voltage to turn things like the fan and have some LED lights on. That could also be an issue. So unless you eliminate these two power issues from the front and from the back, I would start with the front and then I would do the back. You won't be able to move further because troubleshooting a computer has a very logical process. You have to eliminate issues before you test other things. Now, this can it also be faulty RAM? It can be in rare occasions. Could it be your CPU died? In even much rarer occasions, it can be a problem with CPU. Could it be a problem with your motherboard? Absolutely. Again, very small percentage, but you can't make judgments. Any issue, and the biggest thing that we take away from troubleshooting, and I've been troubleshooting for now 7 years, I can tell you, if you miss a very logical step, you might get lucky, you might go straight for the RAM and it's the RAM problem, but in 90% of the cases, if you don't do it logically, you're not going to be able to eliminate problems one at a time. You have to eliminate issues. So the best thing I can offer you is my Troubleshoot series, which needs a revamp. But it is the best thing I can offer you because it is a step-by-step logical process. Go back and watch these. Hopefully, I will make a more modern, professional version of the whole series with your help. Okay? Hope that answers the question. Let me check on YouTube before we move back onto Discord. So, has anyone contributed yet? Probably no. Nobody cares. All right. That's fine.
Right.
We'll bear that in mind.
So, Mubi on Fire continues saying that the whole motherboard runs by itself, but after he used a 24 to 8 pin ATX converter, that he can't plug in his 500-watt powers PSU into the motherboard of the Dell Optiplex, and that the processors are right in its condition. I don't know. It's the wording is kind of weird.
Running by itself, 24 to 8 pin. Okay, the question is a little bit confusing. What's the actual problem? Okay.
Oh, I think I know what he mean. He has an adapter, 24 pin main board power connector to 8 pin. The power supply doesn't actually have the right connector for the motherboard.
24 to 8 pin converter. I've not seen that. What is that?
I've never heard of that either. But I
no,
mean,
I think what's the name? Mubi on Fire. I think you're confusing a specific part here. The 24 pin or 20 pin on some motherboards is for the actual power that connects the motherboard. The 8 pin ATX connector, that's just for the CPU.
it's for the CPU. Supplementary EPS
yeah.
connector.
So we've never seen that. But what you also haven't mentioned is what's the actual problem? Are you getting a post? Are you getting no display? I don't think your question is clear enough for us to answer. Actually, I can't answer this. I need more clarification. What about you, Julio and Shaka?
Crap. Yeah, I can't.
Yeah,
I can't really figure out anything about this either.
Guys, I also did a video. It's a bit of a a little cringy video, but it was called about how to ask questions on a tech forum. Believe me, believe us, we are on the other side. We get questions sometimes. We're baffled, starting with the language and the way it's described. We have to answer your questions. We have to ask you 100 questions. It's just not helpful. And I, for one, and I don't mean to sound rude, but if you're not going to help me understand your question, I'm sorry, but you're just wasting my time. I want to help you. And I have evidence of 5 years plus on the channel, having created close to 300 videos trying to help you guys. I'm here to help you, but you got to help us to help you. Please don't make our life difficult, okay? Right. Moving on.
All right. I was gonna say you can keep on with the YouTube stuff. I'm gonna bring in another person here called Good Boy. They've been waiting for like good 3-4 minutes already.
Good boy.
All right, can you hear us? Good boy.
Hey,
What's
hello.
People shy.
You hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right.
Good boy. Your audio is a bit windy. I think you're outside.
My fan is open.
Are you driving?
No. Hey, hey.
Oh.
Yes, yes.
No, yes, no, yeah. You sound confused, bro.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I can hear you out there.
How can we help?
Yeah. So I just bought my first set, and then the PC is running, but there is no display. And then here,
Mm-hmm.
uh, no. Am I good right now?
Yes, we can hear you, but you're not describing the problem clearly.
All right. So I just bought my first set, and then the PC is running, but there is no display.
Okay, so your PC is running, there's no display. Is it a desktop computer, yeah?
Yes, this is a desktop computer, and here are the components that are running at the same time. I have Ryzen 7
Mm-hmm.
2700.
Okay.
I have a MSI B4 B450M Max.
Uh-huh.
I have a HyperX 8 gig installed, 3200 megahertz,
Okay.
and then a RAID Max 200 watts PSU.
How many watts?
500.
Okay. Okay, first question, is this a new build?
Yes.
Okay.
All the
Has
continue.
it worked before and now it's not working, or from the first time you turned it on, it's not giving you display?
This is the first time that I'm running those.
Okay, so this is your first build, the first time you're switching it on, correct?
Yes.
Okay, did you do a post test outside of the case before you put the components into the case?
Can I enumerate all the troubleshooting steps that I've done so you can have the troubleshooting?
Bro,
steps
I don't
that-
think we can understand and hear you clearly. Can you, Julio and Shaka?
Hello?
Julio,
Hello?
can't hear you now, Julio.
Hello?
I forgot. My bad. I was muted because I was answering some questions on the YouTube chat. But yeah, I can hear him fine
Okay,
on my
you
side.
can. Okay. Okay. Good boy. So my question to you is this: did you do what's called a post test before you put all the components into the case? Did you test your system for what a successful post looks like? Yes or no?
I haven't.
You haven't. Okay, that is beginner mistake number one. It's a huge problem which a lot of people do, because if you don't check whether your system posts outside of the case, you don't even know whether you have a faulty motherboard, processor, PSU, graphics card, and RAM. So, and now once you put all these components into the case and you start connecting your power button, other cables, drives, you add a lot more level of complication, because as a first time builder, it is far more difficult to now test. On top of which, the case in and of itself can also cause a computer not to turn on. So we have now a problem whereby to find out what's causing the no display, the next question I need to ask you, do you know what's post, and do you know if you are getting post on your computer but it's just no display?
I'm not quite sure if I am doing
Okay,
the correct. Yeah.
right. So just the last question before I can tell you what to do. Do you have a graphics card?
I tried using a graphics card.
Okay, no, on your system, do you have a graphics card installed?
Yes.
Okay, is your cable, your video cable, connected from your graphics card to your monitor?
Yes, using HDMI.
Okay. Okay, now it is possible that your cable may be just not working. I don't know. It's possible your graphics card is wrongly inserted and it's not working. I can't tell. What I can tell
Mhm.
you is this: is this definitely a post issue? Possibly. But we can't tell you now because you did not do this post test. And this is a message I want to keep reiterating to every single people who are going to be building a computer. Even if you're a seasoned builder, doesn't matter whether you're a seasoned builder or not. If you're going to put a computer part together, you must do an outside of the case first post test before you put in the case. I repeat, please
Mhm.
test your system outside of the case before you put into the computer. Now, good boy, what you're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
have to do, you're gonna have to do two things. The first thing
Hmm.
is you're gonna have to disconnect everything that's not necessary from your motherboard. That would be the drive, the front power button cable,
Hmm.
anything else that you've connected like extra fans, and you're gonna have to test your system with a screwdriver to turn it on. I've got videos on the channel, you can find out how to do this. If that's too complicated for you, unfortunately, the only thing I can suggest to you, unless you want to connect with Julio and Shaka later on, they can try and help you live. But you're going to need to show your whole system. They're going to need to take time to go through everything with you. It might be quite long. If I was in your shoes, I would reverse engineer the whole process. I would remove my whole motherboard from the computer, breadboard the whole thing, start again. This time I would test for post outside of the case before putting things back in, and I have a few videos to show how to do this out of the case. Go to the channel and find them. It's very easy to
Right.
do. Okay, possibly, by the way, are these all brand new components or the used components?
These are all brand new.
Right, are you still within warranty return period?
Yes.
Okay, so do that, please. It will be a better learning experience for you, because also dismantling a computer is also part of learning how to build and maintain and troubleshoot a computer. Yeah, it's a good exercise.
Mhm.
Do that, and if there's anything else, get back to us. And Julio and Shaka can be available for more one-to-one personal live troubleshoot after this. Okay.
All right.
Uh,
Hey, I appreciate the help. Thank you.
guys.
Thank you.
All right.
You're welcome. Don't forget, we accept tips. Yeah, so feel free to hook us.
Oh yeah.
All right.
More power to your channel. Yeah.
All
Okay.
right. You have a good one,
Thanks.
good boy.
Thanks. Mhm.
This PC rebooted on itself.
Yeah. By the way, there's a PayPal link in my description if you want to contribute. It's paypal.me/healmytech. And I forgot to mention I have some sort of Patreon account. Haven't done much with it. I just kind of launched it, but I need to make it and start putting content on there. Again, if you want to support the channel, go to the link. There will be a few links there, and on the platform as well, you'll find them. All right. Next.
I don't think there's anyone else in the waiting right now.
Okay, let's take people from YouTube. People on YouTube. So we have quite a lot of people. Let's say hello. Let's say hello to Aman Jolly. We have Roy Scott. We have Atef Greria. Christopher Benoit. We have Marks, Samia Ahmed. Mubi on Fire. Shringdi Achar. Corrupted Circuit, that's you. Xander. ACF. We have Awade Kata. JC Martin. And Chelton SD. Hi yourself. Rival 55. Hassan. River 55 again. Okay, cool. Beep the Beep. Sergio Victor and John Paul Bacon. Thank you and
Sergio.
welcome everyone. And sorry if I've missed a name. Feel free to just say hello, and we'll call you out as well, and on Discord as well. Guys, if you have no tech questions, come on Discord, say hello. We would love to hear from you. Just come on Discord and say hello. Now,
So, just real quick, I want to answer this question from
sure.
Sergio Victor. He was asking what you meant by the post test outside the case, and I was gonna say, basically, your computer setup is just every the main four components for the most part. It's the motherboard, the PSU, the CPU, and the RAM. You don't basically need anything else as long as you have those four things outside of the case. That's what he means. You have that all plugged in, and make sure it's compatible with each other and that it works.
Oh,
And when
sorry,
it
Julio.
boots
In some cases, you need a graphics card if you don't have a onboard GPU.
True, right. And you know, and those other cases where you need an external video device or a graphics card for those boards, then for sure, sometimes you get the post, sometimes you don't. That's what he means, is that you make sure you get the post. You get like any of the basic stuff for your BIOS, your loadouts, and all that before you put everything into the case, because you never know if there's an issue with your standoffs and all that in the case and whatnot.
Yeah,
So that's
the post test
Alright.
is a standard test which every YouTuber should do. Let me bring. I will put a link later on. You can go to my YouTube channel. I did this video about a year ago. It's called Computer Post Test Only. Computer Post Test, only 5 posts needed. It's part 12 of my One PC to Rule Them All challenge series. So please make sure you learn how to do this. This is the single most important first troubleshoot steps you can learn. Okay, it's a part of the whole PC building.
Okay, so we have this person here, Xiu. My bad, I'm saying your Discord name wrong. But basically, I'm gonna bring him into the chat,
Okay.
and their problem was that if they're still safe using Windows 8.1, and so I'm gonna bring them in so they can explain the rest of their issue.
Oh, I see the
Yeah.
picture here that will be on fire posted up. Yeah, I was right. The 24 pin to 8 pin. This is the adapter that he's talking about. So
Whoa.
one end goes to the 24 pin, the other end plugs into the 8 pin.
I've
I'm
just
not
seen.
really sure why he would need this though.
Yeah, this is
No, no,
weird.
no. No, well, he doesn't. It's just someone told him to get it.
I see.
And yeah, see, man, when you get these things, make sure that the person who's recommending this, that they know their stuff, because sometimes some people will just recommend stuff and you don't need it.
Yeah.
So like as long as you have the PSU, like the PSU will have all the cables you need. If it doesn't, I mean, you can always get one of those modular ones and stuff.
Correct. Because essentially what's happened here, you have completely disconnected the motherboard from the 24 pin, and you're just connecting the motherboard to the CPU socket without powering the motherboard at all. So that's what's happening. So, okay. Oh, well, anyway, live and learn. Any other question?
All right. Yeah, so we got Zuzi on here right now.
Juji, okay.
All right, you guys can hear me?
Yep, we can hear
Yeah.
you. Welcome aboard.
Okay, so I have this one drive that is very slow so far, and I'm mostly just using it for like files and shit like that. And I really don't know what's happening with it. Crystal Disk Info keeps showing me that there's like some weird sector problem with it. So
Okay.
I don't know if I need to get a new drive or it's just, I don't know.
You kind of answered your own question there. If you've done a Crystal Disk Info scan and you have some sort of sector problems, you should really get another drive. Now,
A new drive.
yeah, sector problems can sometimes be, repaired with software. You can do some check disk function from even Windows command. Or there are software you can use. Generally, what they can do, they can remove those bad sectors into a cluster and bypass this, so the disk may still work. Generally, we would not recommend, because that's on the way out. And if you want to double check, you can always install another software like Seagate has a good one as well, that you can do a full health check of your disk. But bruv, disks are very cheap these days. Hopefully you can get yourself another one, especially if you've got information, important data. Get it backed up as soon as you can and just replace that disk, okay?
Yeah, like I have other drives too, so I mostly get things from like Windows. It's like, hey, you got to repair your drive. So,
Bro, you got all
Right.
these things telling you that your system is busted.
well, what the thing is though is sometimes it'll like scan everything, and I have an SSD, and I've heard things that if it scans your SSD is screwed over.
Okay, I hear things all day and all night from these people. I don't care who these people are. I don't care about things that I hear. We are all scientists here. You know why? Because we work on evidence. Look, whatever you hear, double check from a reputable source and don't worry about the hearsay. There's a lot of fear mongering people out there just to cause problems, okay? And there's a lot of keyboard warriors as well. don't overscan your system. That's paranoia. You're not going to do yourself any justice. One decent scan, and if you have any problem, remove that, replace it with something else, and get on with your life. Don't stress about it. As long as you know the basic rule of computers is this: if you have important data, backup, backup, backup. It's 3 backups: internally, externally, and online. Okay, that's the most important
Alright.
stuff. So take it easy, chill out. Remember, too many idiots out there. Okay.
Yep.
All right, you have a good one, man.
Yep. You too.
Thanks, Bob.
All right, so let me see.
Me on fire is still.
I was gonna say let's see what YouTube chat's
Politics
saying.
in the tech world. That's correct, my brother, doctor.
So I was talking to this person called Beep the Meep, and they were saying that they have an issue with the fan warning, that they have an aftermarket fan, Noctua, and it stopped Windows from booting automatically, and they had to go into the BIOS to disable the fan. I wonder, man, I thought it was a question.
I had an issue with the fan warning using an aftermarket fan, not to stop Windows.
Right. So, okay, aftermarket, Noctua is a big company, good brand. Generally, they don't have issues unless you have a faulty, aftermarket cooler specifically to that device. But generally, they should be fine. Now, in terms of disabling the fan, it could be just a setting you have to change, because the motherboard by default has a threshold where it operates, fine, no problem. If you, by the way, have you tried to overclock or not? Because if you change the voltage, you may have to adjust your fan speed as well. It's all to do with fan speed and the threshold that this motherboard will accept. And without having to completely disable it, just changing the voltage, changing the speed. If you go to the advanced menu on your BIOS, it should allow you to do this. Hopefully, you can do those tests, because if there's any problem, you can contact Noctua as well. They're very good with responding with customer support. I don't see that as a problem. Julio, Shaka, any other advice on this?
I'm not really sure why he had to disable the fan, but
Yeah.
I mean that's supposed to be vital to cool the CPU.
Hmm.
So unless the fan itself has a problem, they can always get another fan and put it onto the cooler.
Possible.
Assuming that is an air cooler, you can just remove the fan and just replace it.
I
As
was-
long as the connector and the size of the other new fan is the same, it should be able to fit the fan, the cooler.
I was gonna say real quick is like, hey guys, for those of you that are YouTube or on Discord, don't message us directly for help, because we don't want the spam on our personal accounts. So my bad if we weren't reading your issue. So hold up, Sean Mugam G is having an issue, and I don't know, let me scroll up, because they have a bunch of stuff here. They were saying help, help, help. They said something about their NVIDIA GTX 1060.
So are you reading? Are you reading this from YouTube, Julio?
Yeah, it's on the YouTube chat, but they just keep typing in help. So look, man, if you're coming in to ask us to help you, state your problem either on YouTube or on Discord. Just state the whole problem in general. Just try to keep it under the character limit. Otherwise, if you keep just spamming the chat, just we're not gonna have spam in this.
Sure. True that. So for the fan thing, the other thing I can think of, recently I had a person build a new PC, and they said they had a slight issue with, they had a 3-pin fan to connect to a 4-pin header on the motherboard, and in theory that should work, but for some reason for them the pins would not fit physically for whatever reason it was, and they had to try to get an adapter, 3-pin to a 4-pin, which was a bit weird because it was a brand new component, Ryzen 9, everything was brand new. It was a bit strange, but obviously I didn't physically see the issue. I guess that's what it was, and they said they kind of resolved it. The other thing could be that you've plugged in the pin in the wrong fan header on the motherboard, because sometimes you have a main header for your CPU fan, and then you have for your other fans, like for the case fans and for the cooler fans, it is possible that your motherboard only accepts a certain configuration, that it has to be plugged specifically. Maybe the stock fan doesn't work on the stock header. It should be plugged into an optional header. I don't know. Check your motherboard manual and see whether you've plugged in correctly. Hopefully that should help. And Cube Master says, man, I discovered your channel a while ago. You saved my PC. You're very welcome. And hopefully, if I've helped to save your PC with help, that's all we're looking for. Feel free to tip us. Yep, still waiting for that tip, guys. Free session,
Right,
no problem. Look, I have no reservations now asking, not begging. Come on, 5 years, 300 videos. How many people do you think we've helped? Always say, help us to help you, okay? But regardless, even if you don't, we will still carry on doing our thing every week, hopefully. We want to grow the audience, but it just helps. And sometimes we see people get ridiculous amounts of tips for doing worse things. Maybe we just need... Julio, Shaka, maybe we need to start singing something. I don't know. What do you think? I mean, I can't sing to save my life.
I can't sing it. I was gonna say I'm gonna bring someone else that's waiting in the chat right now.
All right.
Yo, all right. Can you hear us?
Yeah, how's it
Hello?
going? You okay?
We're okay. Who
Yeah,
are we
you're
talking
okay.
to?
Hello, is that me live now?
Yeah, you live?
Yeah, you're live. You're live.
Hello, hello. I wanted to quickly say hello, and you guys are doing a great job there helping everybody. And I know there's a lot of vague information. I was just sitting there looking at YouTube and thinking, wow, what kind of help and how are you helping these people? You're trying your best, but a lot more information it looks like is needed. But yeah, I just wanted to say you guys are doing a great job
Oh.
and your mods are on top of it as well.
Thank you very much. I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate. You know, that's what we want. And yeah, YouTube is a mess. People are a mess sometimes. We try our best. It won't stop, but at least we want to create more education and help. Which reminds me, by the way, guys, we have a Facebook group, and I created that group for this very reason, because I myself wasn't able to keep up with the demands or the questions, and sometimes the ridiculous questions from people. So you can go to our Facebook group. But even there's a bit of an issue. Not everyone understands. They have to come with clear description of their problems, clear pictures, clear videos. It's still an issue. We will be revamping that group soon. We will take some drastic actions, unfortunately. But Shaka and Julio are still quite willing to help people if the people want help. If they just want to
Yes.
spam and cause problems, it's just not possible, okay?
I was thinking to help you along, could it be possible to have another room in the Discord where you could pre-check the questions and then bring them in once the people have made the question? Because it'd be a lot nicer to hear that, because a lot of solutions that you're offering, I think would be good if we knew what the problem is, because you're kind of trying your best, but not really knowing what the questions are, if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
it's just like we keep telling people, look, man, like this person here, he keeps asking us for help, and I told him that, look, if your name is Saran, I told you right now in direct message and on the stream itself, we don't want spam. It's fine if you ask the same question twice or three times, but just over and over again in the same few seconds, like you gotta explain your entire problem, or you have to ask your question in the right way. Otherwise, you're just gonna be here at a loss, not being able to figure out what you're trying to tell us.
Yeah, definitely. I think you're right, because there's a lot of people there looking for your help, but it can take some time to get through it.
Zolf! Zolf,
Did
my man!
you get that?
Zolf!
Yes, my brother.
We got a first super chat, my man. Well done.
I thought I need to get something out there because nobody else is giving you anything.
Oh,
I don't really need your help, but
bro,
I need to-
kebab is on me. Are you in UK, bruv?
Yes, I am.
now,
Birmingham.
Oh, Birmingham, bro.
Yes.
You know, hook me up. You can find me on. Oh, do you know what? Kudos to you, man. Thank you so much, Julf. Listen, this is the support we're talking about, and thank you so much. Call me if you need anything. You know, after this, we can have a chat. We'll have you on the platform. And thank you so much. Whatever you give, I'm gonna put back onto the platform. Okay, don't worry about this.
Yes, it wasn't a lot. It's just something to keep you going, because I think you need to get a couple of coffees in, some kebabs for your helpers as well. because
Absolutely.
Your mods are there as well helping.
Absolutely, and my mods are doing a fantastic job.
Yeah.
You know, my Facebook group, I have left it entirely up to them because they're so good and they're so dedicated. Only if only people could see this. This whole thing is born out of my frustration for the past 7 years.
Yeah.
You would be surprised. I've done 300 videos close, and over 90% is tech related and helping people to solve problems. I've done a full series on troubleshooting, 10 parts of the computer. Do you think people actually go through the trouble of trying to help themselves? They don't. But hey, this is
Yeah.
reality. But brilliant. Thank you so much. Please, please, please come back onto the channel. Stay with us. Talk to us. If you ever want to come and help in any way, shape, or form, Shaka and Zulu's going to hook you up. If you want to be part of the team, we're always looking for people to help, people like yourself. And then thank you so much. I do appreciate it. And I at some point, will have a stream deck to give you some sort of yippee-ki-yay,
Yeah,
whatever
that's no
you
problem.
call
It's
that.
really nice to see that. I think you're right. There's a lot of stuff out there that people can help themselves, but they want it given to them on a plate. I've got a
Absolutely.
couple of 100 videos on my channel, and I know what you're going through, so I thought I'd give you a bit of support.
Wait, Zulf, what's your
Yeah.
channel?
Zulf Photography, the same thing.
Zulf, put your
Yes.
channel in the link.
Yep.
Let me find you. Hang on, dude. Zulf Photography. What kind of photography do
Yeah.
you do? Do you do anything that we can't really show?
No, everything's safe to show.
Okay.
If you search YouTube, you'll see that
Okay,
I've got a fair few
right,
videos.
guys. I think you can see on our display right now. This is Zulf Photography. Let me play your trailer.
Okay, this video will be your
Okay.
one-stop shop for capture cards and HDMI. Because I'm watching it on YouTube.
So
I've
how to
muted you
set
so you
up a
don't get feedback.
HDMI capture card with a camera.
Zulf,
Wait,
is that
wait,
is that you? Is that you? Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
You handsome fellow, you good.
Thank you.
Thank God I'm married, yeah? Okay. Listen, so Zulf Photography has 5.04k subscribers. And his motto is you don't need expensive gear. I completely agree. Zulf, if anything else, I am going to need your help because I want to up my game of my photography, generally the whole design, look and everything. And I'm looking for a camera at the moment. No, guys, I want you to go and subscribe to Zulf's YouTube channel right now. I want him to go to 6,000 subscribers sooner than later.
Wow.
Let's go to
Thank you very
10.
much.
Let's
That's
go
very
to
nice
10.
of you.
Go and help
But
him out.
the
You see, this is what
important thing is if you're into photography and you like digital things, then subscribe and make sure you watch. I'm not just
Okay,
interested
this
in
video will
numbers.
be
I
your
want you to be
one-stop
able to
shop
get something
for-
from my channel and learn something. So I'm hoping you guys find it useful.
I completely agree. I also want people to subscribe when they find value. But also, somebody like you look, we can't base on first impression, but what you did for us today is what I want to give back to you. And this is what I'm talking about. That's what people don't understand. A little kindness goes a long way, especially from people like us. I mean, I'm don't tone my own horn, but I love helping people. I love connecting with people, and I've got no problem giving shout outs and like traffic down someone's way if they're doing a good job, especially. So please, guys, we'll put your link as a card as well after this, and you're always welcome. Listen, Zulf, also I'm extending you a personal invitation. Sometimes I want to talk about photography. I'm not that professional enough, but I love the whole gear aspect. I've done a few reviews here and there. Please, let's collab. Get in
Yes.
touch with me. We'll do something
Definitely.
together.
Yeah, definitely. That sounds good. We'll get together and take some time out and we'll put something together. It'll be great. Thanks very much for what you're doing on
You're
your
very
channel as well.
welcome, Zulf. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Take care.
Okay.
Okay, I'll leave you to it. Bye-bye.
Okay. Thanks.
You have a good one, Dolph.
That was
Thanks.
a good one.
Mother, father, Mr. Smiley, yippee we have another contributor. Holy shish kebab. Okay, now guys, if you just want to shout out for your channel, we can do that. But let's talk about Mr. Smiley. Come on, get your bum onto Discord server. Talk to us. First of all, have you got a YouTube channel? And he says, Zulf is right, treat yourself. We're going to treat ourselves, but I am going to treat the channel because the channel will benefit everyone else. So I'm going to reserve my kebab for another time. Okay, that's for my own expense. I'm putting it back onto the channel, hopefully. And these guys as well, they deserve a share, so we'll talk about that. But Mr. Smiley, please come on. Thank you so much for contributing. We'd love to talk to you. If you've got a YouTube channel, let us know. That's what I'm talking about, guys. That makes it all worth it, yeah. Shaka, Zulu.
Okay, so my bad. I was talking to Sean Mugam, and they were saying that like they have a green screen issue. Not a green screen. They have vertical green line issues with their system when with their GTX 1060, and I basically told them that it's a form of artifacts that it's For the most part, it could be anything, but if it's happening with the GPU in there, it could be the GPU that's giving them the issue.
Okay. Also, in addition to that, yeah, artifacting. If you have any banding or if you have any white screens or anything like that, more than likely the culprit is your GPU. Also,
Yeah.
another way to find out it would be to uh, tell us your specifications so we know for a fact if your motherboard or CPU has onboard video. So you can just take the graphics card out of the equation entirely and plug the video cable into the back of the board. If it doesn't have onboard video, then you'll have to get a cheaper GPU, something like a GT 1030 or something. If you have any money in your budget to test with, to plug it in, because more than likely that's a fault with your graphics card right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll completely agree with this. I had this issue. In fact, I did a very brief crap video a while ago. It's exact same thing, vertical artifacts, and it was just a GPU. By the way, I ended up selling that GPU, that graphics card. It was an AMD card, an older card. Somebody bought it because they may wanted it for some parts or whatever. So you never know. You can still try and get rid of it by selling it off. But do what Shaka told you. Test it first. Hopefully that will resolve it. You're not going to find easily somebody to repair a GPU unless you want to go learn electrical engineering yourself, so electronics engineering, and do that. Otherwise, it's quite difficult to do any kind of repair on these things.
All right. My bad. I'm just making a new chat right now for any programs that we can send to people that can be of use to them.
Resources
Fantastic.
programs. Okay.
Mr. Smiley, please come on. Would love to talk to you. That's the least we can do. And at some point, I'm going to create certain kind of reward system for those who do contribute super chat regularly. I'll do something. Don't worry. See this face? Yeah? See this face? He's always thinking about stuff. You know what I'm saying? So we'll do something. Don't worry. Okay.
Okay, so I was talking to Hasfa, and they were saying that they get this kernel power error in Event Viewer, and they were saying that like their HDD also has like a weird noise from time to time. So I
what
told them
LCD?
Hmm?
The what has a weird noise?
the hard drive.
Okay.
And I basically told them to disassemble their build and check each part. They said they've done it twice, but that the problem still persists. And sometimes it's like in a matter of 2 minutes. So they were asking if it's their hard drive that is messing up, what should they do? And I basically recommended them the Crystal Disk program. So I told them, I was like, look, if you want, download this program and check your drive just to see if it's messing up or not. For the most part, it could be the main issue that your drive is just failing naturally, especially a hard drive after years of being in service.
Yeah, Chris, so this info we should tell you how many times it's been powered on and everything. It also counts the amount of starters that are being used up, and it will show you a caution. Like if it's failing, it will show it in yellow. Or if it's really in a really bad state, it will show it in red on the screen. I have that program on my computer too. It works really good.
True that. One advice I'm gonna give you guys, that I did a lot of mistakes at the beginning when I was trying to do computer repair. Thankfully, I'm in UK, so it's not a problem to find parts here. The mistake I did was time wasting and frustration trying to save pennies. In the end, sometimes it cost me a whole weekend to try and fix something when I could have easily replaced it for something which doesn't cost that much more money. But I was so cheap back then. I'm telling you, I would try to save £1 and that would cost me a whole weekend. And anyone who is right in their mind would never ever jeopardize a whole weekend just to save £1. That's ridiculous. Don't do that. A lot of problems you can resolve if the component is old, is giving you problems. Sometimes don't try to repair it. Just replace the damn thing. You may think, "Oh, I don't want to spend money," but you would be spending your time, and you cannot create time. Once time is gone, you will not replace it. Time is the biggest commodity of anyone on this planet. Big entrepreneurs that will tell you that they swear by time. Don't waste your time, which is one of the reasons why myself, Julio, and Shaka, we have a bit of a philosophy when it comes to laptop repairs. Some laptops we run like the plague. We don't want to know. It's just not worth it to open up.
It's too old, too out of date.
It's bad. It's bad. I remember. I remember.
All them screws, all them cables.
Exactly. They're bad.
Man,
Throw that
no.
damn thing away. Oh my
you
god.
open it up and you get ancient 1,000-year-old malware into your body and stuff. You don't want that, guys. You don't want the alleged cancer you get from licking thermal paste. Don't do that to yourself.
True that. Listen, guys, I'll be back in a minute. You guys carry on. I'm quite hot. I need to open some windows. Carry on.
All right. So, Alex, you were saying you have an issue with your computer. You just bought a new GTX 1050 Ti WindForce overclock, 4
That's a
gigabyte
gigabyte.
graphics card. Damn.
Yeah.
All right, chill, bro. So, you tested it on your MSI P43 motherboard. It powers on. Everything's okay, but it won't boot up onto your Windows installation, and it only shows you a blue screen with multiple blue screen of death errors. And everything else is fine, even the RAM and CPU. What do I do? Only thing else I'm thinking is a brick motherboard. What do you think about it, Shaka?
Okay. Yeah, from the time it's saw WindForce, I knew right away that was gigabyte, but
Powered and everything was okay. Won't boot up. Okay, hang on. Alex. So first of all, forget the Windows. Okay. The operating system is not important for a post test. Without plugging in your Windows USB, whatever it is, are you getting a successful post without any drive, any installation drive, or the operating system drive? Can you just let me know that, please?
All right, so Haswell came back with the scan from Crystal Disk, and yeah, the scan itself just says caution. So I'm basically just gonna tell them that, hey, like your drive's just it's on the way to failing major, like big time. So they're gonna have to replace it with a new one.
Yep. I second that.
it depends on what kind of drive it is also too, but like if it's a solid state drive, that means that more likely his operating system was on it. And if it's a hard drive,
it's a hard drive, bro.
it's a hard drive.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 terabyte. Yeah, that needs. Yeah, that's storage. Okay, I'm trying to read this problem.
Yes, it is. It is thine God, our X570. He has blessed us with his presence today.
Fantastic. Okay, Alex says yes. I get a successful post. Right. So basically, what you're saying. But if you're getting a successful post, why do you think it's a brick motherboard? It's not possible to have a brick motherboard and give you a successful post. Am I correct? Shaka, Julio.
What the post stuff?
Yeah, if he's getting a successful post, you cannot have a brick motherboard with a successful post. The motherboard is working fine.
Yeah, it's completely fine.
It must be I would say your GTX 1050 that's causing an issue, possibly. Look, this is confusing now. You can't say successful post and yet still you have. Oh, do you mean that after the post, you're getting BSODs, errors?
Yeah. That's what they're saying. Like it boots up fine, but it won't boot up into the USB, and it gives them blue screens.
Right. So Alex, here's what you do: get yourself a Linux drive. We want to eliminate an issue here. Okay, get yourself a Linux drive and try to boot into a live Linux drive. If you don't get any more BSOD, then the problem was with that installation drive you were trying to boot from. Okay? it can cause it. It can sometimes be the port, the USB port. I've had this issue on some computers that the USB port is faulty and you've plugged in that. So you could also try a different USB port. Also, if you're using USB port 3.0, try on it 2.0 as well. I would also do things like test that USB drive. If you're saying successful pause, it's only when you're trying to boot up into the Windows installation drive you're getting this problem.
Also,
Come
um,
on.
sorry, what?
Now he's saying the guy tried to flash the motherboard BIOS
Flash
to
the BIOS.
and okay,
Answer.
come
No,
on.
no.
I mean, come on. Look, these are information which we need at first. This is called lead with that next time, okay? Okay, okay, dude, come on. That
As far as I know, most motherboards don't even allow you to flash with the wrong BIOS. They will tell you, they'll give you some error and not allow you to go.
Yeah, because
well,
it's not supported.
yeah, maybe in the process they did damage something. I don't know. Okay, listen.
But
Unless
just quickly,
the motherboard, yeah.
yeah, I was gonna say quickly, if it is a problem, because like how Shaka and Ash was saying, yeah, like just start off with these problems right away, and also when you try to flash a BIOS to a version that's completely for a whole different board, it won't work. It should give you an error. So if it is an issue with your USB installation tool, I'm gonna post a link in the resources programs chat for the official tool that you use to install or to mount a Windows OS into a USB drive.
Right. Okay, listen, Shaka and Julio and everyone on YouTube, listen, I've been doing this long enough to know that we should have what's called an FAQ system whereby we're going to give you a pre-format of a questionnaire if you want to bring in your problems. And Shaka and myself and Julio, we're going to work on it. This is going to be a requirement if you want to send in troubleshooting questions. The reason is because sometimes it's the person's fault they don't describe everything. It's also my fault I don't ask the questions. But we keep asking the same questions, and we can be testing for something which we don't need to. So from next time, we will have a set of questions you have to answer, a tick box kind of checklist thing, and we'll make sure you have your specs, all the exact symptoms, and from which we will decide, okay, we'll take this now, as long as you've provided the questions as they should be. Because I don't mean to sound rude, I probably will sound rude without meaning to sound rude, but guys, come on, too much is too much sometimes. It gets tiring, and I don't want to end up hating to do this. So we have to make it in a way that we are also able to answer you. We don't get frustrated, because it is very disheartening sometimes. I know Shaka and Julio have spent hours trying to help people sometimes, and at the end it was something very simple, which is like, come on, really?
Exactly.
Ma'am, you're plugging in the toaster, ma'am. It's not the right.
Yeah, like there was a few years ago when I was still in tech school. A friend of mine, he was like, "Oh, like my PC's not booting up, like it won't power on." And the simple issue was he forgot to plug in the power cord into the PSU, and we were both like, "Really, dude?" Like the whole class, we're all computer savvy at that point for the most part, and we're just there like, "Are you serious right now?"
Exactly. These things happen. So I've got a lot of stories like this, but I'll regale them to you another time. Hopefully, let's carry on. Next.
For the most part, I don't see anyone else here on Discord. Just Hasva was saying thank you for him finding your channel years ago.
You're very welcome.
And what's it called? Mr. Smiley was saying that they'll probably join us next time because their headsets are made.
No problem. Look, I don't want to spend too long on this session today. I don't know how Shaka and Julio feel, but I think it's been a good first session, a good first collab. We will get better. You guys can come and just chat if you want to do, but we've now been streaming for about an hour and 8 minutes. We'll give a few more minutes, but I want to be out just for today, and we'll recoup and then discuss another time. But if you have any further questions, feel free to let us know. Come on and say hello if you want to. Shaka and Julio, I'm okay with ending in the next few minutes. Just as a first trial, I think it went okay. What do you think?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
pretty good. We just need a bit more moderation with
Correct.
the problems coming in. I was gonna say next time we'll probably have you enable low latency on your stream, so that way people can watch it more closer to actual real time live,
All right.
and then as well enabling a minor slow mode in your chat, so that way everyone gets a good bit of breathers to get their problems in time, so
Okay.
we can get to everyone better.
Cool. Like we said, this is our first collab attempt, and Discord is not my thing. That's these two guys will take care of this, but we'll get better with time. I also want to say we will fix a specific time every week. I'm thinking Thursdays would work for me at 3 p.m. UK time, if Julio can actually sleep and wake up on time, but that's some different problem from the time. Maybe he'll do some live stream for us on his server. But we will try to create regular streams, so we'll make it a standard thing. In the meantime, guys, feel free. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget our Facebook group if you want to join. There will be some changes. Don't forget, if you have specific problems, Shaka and Julio are there on Facebook. They will take your issue, one-to-one help. They might discuss a small fee with you, but that's between you and them. I'm not going to get involved. I completely trust these two. So go ahead. You've got my full permission. And hopefully we'll see you next week. We will do this on Thursday. Exceptionally today we wanted to try it because it's our first time, and tomorrow I may not be free. I've got some boiler repair happening in my home. So unless I do a live streaming of the boiler guy, it depends, we'll see. If not, so thank you so much for tuning in. And Shaka, Julio, any last words?
Nothing so far, just to basically thank everyone that was actually really chill with their problems and actually came by in preparation as usual.
Correct.
Yeah, and thank you for the contributions.
For sure.
And I want to thank Shaka and Julio. They've been great help. I've only, Shaka, I knew him a bit longer than Julio. Julio is more recent, but these guys are fantastic. And if they do have YouTube channels, I think they do, we'll link them as well, as long as you benefit from them. But these guys will take care of you. And of course, we're always going to look for people to join our team. And if you have the same philosophy, trying to help people, not taking crap, and trying to be very proficient and efficient, get in touch with us. Hopefully we'll make this channel bigger. I have lots of things planned for this channel, but my main target, my main aim when I started this channel was two reasons. One, to help people. Two, to connect with people. I really want to connect with people worldwide. I don't care who you are, where you're from, except if you're an Apple user. I don't want you. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, but not really. But I don't know. If Apple gives me some free products, I'll take them. But we'll see apart from that. I'm just saying, I only have owned one Apple 5 a long while ago, and I got it as a gift. Couldn't use it as a tech person. I don't know how people do it. But anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. My name was Ash from Heal My Tech, helping you go from newbie to techie. Don't forget to subscribe. There will be Amazon links below. And in a couple of days, actually, guys, in a couple of weeks, there's going to be Amazon Prime Day, 13th and 14th of October, correct? We might do a special live stream for this because I will be buying some stuff. So you guys in?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
might do that. But next week, Thursdays, hopefully 3 p.m., join us. In the meantime, check out the rest of our videos, and we'll see you on Facebook. If not, give us a shout and a message. So with that said, I'm out. Are you guys out?
Yep. Peace
Yeah,
out,
we're
everyone.
out.
Peace out. So
Peace
thank
out.
you.